Right, welcome. This is Nation Voice Tower, that hub that keeps you updated on politics in Nigeria and abroad and what affects the masses as it generates lots of reactions from the government and its public office holders. My name is Angelo. Now, I brought you an expose a few hours ago about the fact that there was this expository video on Bola Ahmed Tinibu. Now, it has come to our notice that foreigners and the international community are beginning to get interested in Bola Tinibu and his whole lifestyle and his formal shady dealings and what he is doing now. Now, let me tell you something you don't know. More and more people are probing into Bola Tinubu's background, and it is only, I tell you what, it is only a matter of time before the FBI yield by publishing what they have on him. I tell you, this will happen very soon. People are clamoring, the whole international community are chattering here and there, running from pillar to post. Everybody is speaking of the shady and dark past of Bola Tinubu and why on earth he became the president of Nigeria. This has been what Nigerians have been waiting for. This is what everybody in the country has been waiting for. If people in the country cannot say anything, we in diaspora will continue to say more. Now listen, I have this video for you as a proof of evidence. The international community, lots of reporters from white television stations and other public offices in the foreign country are speaking about Bola Tinubu. They want to call him out and see what he has to offer, because everybody is pointing at the fact that he illegitimately came to government and it is not right. So he should be investigated with quick and immediate alacrity and effect. So without much ado, let me allow you watch that video evidence so that you would know how much people outside of this country of ours are speaking about Bola Tinibu and what he has done so far. Stay tuned. More details when I come back.
Tinibu ordered electricity to be cut off to neighboring Niger. He's also been one of the strongest advocates for a military intervention, but did not win over the Senate, which actually rejected his call. And despite condemning the legitimacy of Niger's new rulers, the Nigerian president's own record has actually been called into question. This by a recent report by the Grey Zone investigative outlet.
You have just over and over throughout his political career these huge corruption scandals that have somehow not managed to destroy his political career. Throughout this process, he's been meeting repeatedly, according to WikiLeaks cables that I reviewed, with the U.S. Embassy and its officials, and basically briefing them over and over again on the political landscape in Nigeria. The U.S. ambassador at the time said that his assessments have been very useful for the Americans. And so you have to wonder, why was Bola Tinibu never indicted in the United States? Why was he allowed to keep so much of the initially seized money from his bank accounts that was said to be involved in drug trafficking? What kind of deal was he able to strike with American authorities? And you have to also understand that Bola Tinibu is the perfect kind of imperial puppet for the United States. This is what they do over and over again, is they find a compromised figure, somebody that they can exert leverage on, and they prop them up. And the second that they become no longer useful, they go after them and they get rid of them. They put them in jail or have them taken out, So for what's going on in Niger right now and in West Africa, he's the perfect person for the United States because they can basically make him do whatever they want. The bigger problem here is that the Nigerian Senate has rejected his request to invade Niger. So it looks like he's trying to use his power at ECOWAS, the regional bloc that he chairs, to have an invasion. And just 2 days ago, ECOWAS said that they would attack Niger, but they won't announce when and where or how.
Important to note that Niger is vital in helping to keep the lights on in Europe. It's been its third largest supplier of uranium for the past 2 decades, which is, of course, key for nuclear energy. And amid the political turmoil in the West African country, Paris insists it must be business as usual. So back to Alex Rubenstein one more time from the Grey Zone.
The future of Western economies, at least insofar as Western planners see it, rely on the exploitation of low-wage miners in Western Africa, and so this, the United States wants to do a Green New Deal that's going to require rare earth minerals. The United States wants to keep funding the military-industrial complex while they can't produce sophisticated weapon systems without this kind of stuff. Any kind of smart technology or green technology relies heavily on this stuff, and so this is in many ways a battle for the future of economic dominance. What's at risk here is a regional proxy war that is very dangerous for not just West Africa, but these things spill over, and I believe that this conflict in West Africa has a potential to spiral out of control and brings us that much closer to World War III territory.
And perhaps no surprise that the US has not been sitting on the fence over this. There she is right there, top official Victoria Nuland. She made a mad dash to Niger, where she had, quote, difficult negotiations with some of the coup leaders, pressuring them to reinstate the deposed president. However, Nuland met neither with the ousted president nor with the new leader. And in the wake of Washington cutting off funding, it says it will resume the flow of cash if indeed the new military junta stands down.
The Secretary announced on Friday also that we are pausing assistance to the government for the time being. That assistance will affect development aid to the government, security aid to the government. It's a significant amount. I don't have a number because it's a pause, and it's a pause that we would hope would be reversed if the junta leaders would step aside and restore constitutional order tomorrow. That pause would be the pause would go away and security assistance would be reinstated. But as we've made clear, hundreds of millions of dollars are at stake.
All right, I don't want to waste much of your time. You watch the video, and whatever those people were saying there are pointing at the fact that Bola Tinubu had a particular shady deal with the U.S. Embassy, which made him almost keep almost half of his wealth, even when he was asked to forfeit over $460,000 during his indictment sometime in the early 90s. Now, this is an evidence to show that indeed there are heinous activities and acts that this man perpetrated late before he came to power. So we wouldn't like to delve much, but this video will tell you everything you need to know. Now, next to my next update on my list is going to tell you more about the APC and all their dark dealings. Everybody has been saying the APC are this, the APC are that. There have not been proof, but this time around there is a proof. Some time ago, one of the former stalwarts of the APC left Bola Tinubu, a woman, and came out to say things about Bola Tinubu. People debunked her statements and so on. But right now, somebody has come out to tell us everything that the APC do. Abdulaziz Adediran, the PDP gubernatorial candidate in Lagos that has his case at the tribunal together with the Labour Party against the APC, has come out to expose the impunity that exists in the All Progressive Congress. We never knew the All Progressive Congress had bad things they were doing until one of them, who left them to come to the PDP, has now exposed a lot of secrets that these people have been taking into their wardrobe. This particular video is going to tell you that the APC is really nothing to write home about. The APC is not a party to talk about. The APC is not really a party for Nigeria. And to tell you what, surprisingly, the APC is the same ruling party that is governing the country now. The APC is gradually taking the political periphery of the country, which is not supposed to be so. Let us all fight against the APC, because nobody has to know, or nobody wants to really know what they have done, because we have not seen anything the APC has done. Buhari has spent almost 8 years and he's done, and nothing to show for it. And now somebody else from the APC is here. So I will allow you watch this video so that you will know what heinous and dastardly acts that the APC undertake. In fact, this particular video will shock you. Watch this.
I wasn't caught by surprise with anything that has played out. As a matter of fact, all the things that I tendered before the courts now challenging the election of these people are things that I've kept since last year. Because
you knew this was going to happen?
Of course, I knew it was going to happen. I was coming from APC. I know our second name there is impunity. We can believe we can get away with murder and do things as if there is no law. So the moment they had their primary last year, I got all the documents I needed. You know, I kept it within me, preparing for a day like this. Same with Labour Party. Take, for instance, what we took to court was that Labour Party candidate was not even a member of Labour Party. He's still a member of PDP. He didn't resign. And we have presented before the court register of Labour Party submitted by Labour Party to INEC. First one was submitted April 2022 to INEC. Second one was submitted May 2022 to INEC. The third one was submitted April 2023, updated with a letter written to say we have updated our membership from May last year to April this year. And none, his name is not in any of this. And we have presented before the court. That's a fact. That's gone in contrary to the provision of the law, which says you must be a member of a political party and must be responsible for that political party. So all of these I have known. You know, during that election, after the first election, and people were saying Labour and PDP come together, this is how you are going to. I was there. And I said, I don't have a problem whatsoever in us coming together. But in doing that, we must put our best foot forward. We must present a candidacy that has no issue. So till tomorrow, nobody has questioned my qualification to run or my candidacy. While I was there, I've never contested, I've never been appointed.
Yeah, but
I was
like
there.
Like they say in Yoruba, Olabe now.
No.
If
you say Olabe, let me tell you what it is. I was the consultant in that corridor, so I was providing a service which they are paying for.
Which service were you paying?
I was providing media consulting service to them. I was the PR person there.
Yeah, but that means you
understand?
benefited from the money.
I did not. They benefited from my service.
Okay.
Of course, they benefited from my service. And if my service is not good, if my service is not good, they won't be here.
If you say, there was impunity there,
now listen,
and you were providing services to impunity.
I was providing services to the government, not the political party. But because I was there, and because I won't say because, my business is enjoying patronage from there, then I will shut my eyes at some things and I won't do what I'm doing today. That is what differentiates people like us from you.
Why are you taking the stand now? Like you could have taken the stand earlier.
No. If you'd done that earlier, it would amount to death penalty for you. Okay. Because there's a Yoruba saying that you don't ask for your father's death if your hand never touch the kuda. Abi? Okay. This is the time to do that.
All right, you've watched the video and I'll tell you what. The truth is, the APC is no party. The APC is not anything to go by because the truth is, if you're given, there is an English adage that says, when you are asked to choose between two evils, you choose what? The lesser evil. We've had the PDP for a very, very long while now in government, and the PDP are really tried by bringing lots of activities on board, bringing high level of infrastructural development and leveling the economy to a position where we all could say, yes, we are actually living in a country that sees to the welfare of its masses. But the APC within the last 8 years have offered Nigeria nothing but suffering and hardship. This should be the point where the APC should mount a stampede or a full stop to all their political activities. Before I go further, let me urge our viewers, both old and new, like our videos, share them. Don't forget to watch till the end and drop a comment for us in the comment section because you're doing well so we could go viral. Then if you're watching me for the first time, please do well to tap the subscribe button, and then if you've been watching me and you've not done this, then do it now. What am I trying to say? Tap the notification bell so that you will be among the first people to be armed with first-hand information anytime we drop a new video. Finally, Nigerians have said enough is enough. Nigerians have spoken and they have said we can't continue this anymore. How can we have a president that is having a sort of illicit background, a president whose character is being questioned, a president who has lots of skeletons in his cupboard that are yet to be exposed. Even the ones that have been let in the public space are making waves in the international space. So this particular Nigerian amongst his colleagues has come out to fearlessly speak to the president himself and say, Oga, we don't need you in this country anymore. How can you be thriving on a seat, in a presidential seat of illegitimacy, and you will keep on trying to threaten neighboring countries like Niger Republic and so on? Please, this is not right according to this particular Nigerian. So, without much ado, let you watch the video where this man, unknown to us, we don't know the identity of this man, we don't know where he's from, but all we know is this man is a Nigerian. He fearlessly spelled out all the slip-ups of the president and all the controversies he has garnered all the while without even racking up over 100 days in office. Watch this Nigerian say his mind bitterly.
To capture and arrest us.
There's nobody you book it, you are president to book since you are in a APC or in a government, and you are telling us you want to go and rescue Niger. Niger that is happening. The citizens are happy now.
Yes, they are even rejoicing, celebrating the military takeover.
The military is coming there to rescue their life, because the so-called president they took over from has been personalizing the so-called resources to his personal use. And you see, people are rejoicing, and you, that is illegal in Asoro, that the election that brought you in is illegal, is unconstitutional, he lacks electoral guidelines.
Well, I think we are yet to receive the final judgment from the
But we have seen the
electoral
we have seen the summary, and we have seen the surface. What else the judiciary want to use? If they want to use the technicality, they will meet us here. The APC has said this time around, no matter all our fees, because this called Tinibu has no qualification. You said everything is born. Don't you have a CTC certified true copy of your certificate? Even the so-called US, you are a drug dealer, you have been found guilty. Even in the so-called the Chicago State University, you are claiming, they say it's a female that owns that certificate. What else do you want to tell us? Is it your name that is in the question? Is it the election that is in question? Totally there. I want to say what judiciary defense want to give him the justice. If he fail to give the masses, because that fight is for masses.
That justice belongs to the masses.
Yeah.
And everybody is interested in that case.
Nigeria is into it. We are waiting and positively.
Yes, what the man said in that video doesn't need any explanation, because I will tell you what, I have said times without number and countless times that Bola Tinibu should not invade Niger Republic for any reason, because the ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, has a platform where you could resolve issues pertaining to conflict, coup d'etat, and an unstable democratic system or political instability. So, use of force and use of military power should be the last resort. If need be, dialogue should be the best. The president, Bola Tinibu, should desist and retrace his steps and call back the soldiers if at all he actually planned to invade Niger Republic. Thank you so much for staying with us. From our table here, we're going to draw the curtain this time around. See you next time. Bye.